Three things: micro manipulation, being emotionally detached, and being able to walk away from a relationship that's great, good, or the sex is great or good. How can I just walk away? And I'll explain those things. Micro manipulation happens when you catch me. When you catch me in a lie, you catch me texting someone I shouldn't be texting, you catch me cheating. And so now I feel bad about you catching me and I have to find a way out. So what I do, it's very covert. So you don't even realize what's going on. I play on your emotions. You may be pissed off at me. You may just want to slap the hell out of me. But I know the things that you like to hear, the things you like to do. So that's what I'm going to do to get you out of that mode of being upset with me and hoping that you forget about catching me in a lie or cheating. And most times, the empaths or the good natured people, the wholesome people, the men and women, you all will accept what I'm saying. And so I'll start to play on your emotions. Say, you know what, babe, for example, you were right the other day. I listened to what you were saying. I thought about it. And yeah, you were right. In all actuality, I don't want to tell you that you were right. I don't care that you were right. I want something at that moment, whether sex, favors, money, whatever, a massage. I want something in that moment. So I'm going to give you what you've been wanting from me that I haven't been giving you in a long time, which is agreement, which is understanding, which is responding, which is reciprocity. Now the micro manipulation happens and it's very subtle. So I play on your emotions and you start to feel good about talking to me. So little by little you don't forget about what I did, but you forgive. And I'll never forgive what you did. I'll never forget what you did. That's a selfish part of my mindset. And so I'll start to talk to you and reel you back in. We haven't talked in a couple of hours. I can take that. You can't take it. Let alone not talking for a couple of days. I can do that too, but you can't. And so you just itching you don't want to be upset with me. You caught me. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. But now you want to get back with me. You want to hold me. You want to hug me. You want to cuddle. You want to embrace me. And so I'll play on your nerves. I'll play on your emotions, and you'll fall for it. And you go, okay, maybe he is starting to come around. I'm not. I just want something in that moment. So that's the micro manipulation. And it happens when we want something, when we need something, and we're about to lose something. So we tend to be nice. The micro manipulation also happens when I'm horny. If I ghosted you or gave you the silent treatment, now I'm turned on, I want something, I'll start to manipulate you. It also happens when my supply is running out, when my supplies ghosted me, when my supplies give me the silent treatment, when my supply is not as many as I had before. So that's when it starts to happen. I'll ramp it up when I start to lose other supply, and I know you're going to be there. You're going to be that number one person for me every single time, regardless of what I say that hurts your feelings, regardless of what I do, how many times I make you cry, how many times I ghost you, how long I give you the silent treatment. You're that number one supply that I can always come back to because you're very reliable. How can a person like me just walk away from the relationship when it's great, when it's good? Or you say, I can't believe he did that. How could he just walk away? The sex was just so great. You said the sex was great. You told me. I said, yeah, it was good. I'll never tell you that it was great because once I do walk away, I don't want to make myself or allow myself to think that I'm walking away from something great. I can always walk away from something good or something pleasant. But you said that it's great. And I want to make you understand and know that. And I'll allow you to tell me how great it is. And you'll keep doing it. And so you're starting to latch on tighter and tighter and tighter because we have great sex. But I said it was good. I will never tell you it was decent. I won't never tell you it's great because I want to be able to walk away and detach. That brings up the point of being emotional detached. Think about this. And some of you are going through it now. When a person is emotionally detached, this was me for a very long time. During sex, after sex, when I finished, believe this or not, there goes my emotions. Gone. And I can't explain it. Didn't know how to explain it. I know it came from my childhood about being emotionally detached and separate myself from emotions and love. Whereas you're not emotionally detached. So when we have sex, whether you finish or not, you still want to hug, you still want to cuddle, you still want to feel my body next to yours. But I'm pushing you away because I am emotionally detached. And you don't understand that. So when I finish, my feelings come out of my body, gone. So for that 30 minutes, 17 minutes, 16 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, whatever it is, I'm going to be emotionally detached for a couple of reasons. Because I have a need, I have a desire, and I want to perform for you to keep you hooked on me and to turn myself into a drug for you. And so the time and sex in bed doesn't mean anything to me. Every now and then you get a long period, but for the most part, it'll be 15, 20 minutes based on how you are reacting while we're having sex. If you're really into it all over the place and breathing deeply and oh my God, and all those words, your favorite words, if you're using those, I know that I have you, so I'm not going to put much effort into it. And then when I get my turn, when it's time for me to handle myself, my business, I handle myself, I handle my business, and my emotions are gone. Whereas your emotions are still there. Your emotions are still heightened. You want to be held. You want to be talked to. But then what happens, and some of you are dealing with this now, I turn my back, snore, go to sleep, go drink a beer, watch ESPN, or in some cases, I might even leave. And you're like, how can he just do that? Because I have the upper hand. The sex is good to me, but it's great to you. And you don't want to lose that greatness. You don't want to let go of that greatness. So that's what happens. How many of you are mad at me because you can't let me go? How many of you are mad at a person because you can't get away from them? How many of you are mad at a person because you just can't get over them? How much damage are you doing to yourself by thinking that, by feeling that? Think about that. A lot of you wouldn't dare let anybody abuse your kids. You wouldn't dare let anybody abuse your mother, father, brother, sister. But you allow somebody to abuse you, sexually abuse you, spiritually abuse you, financially abuse you, mentally abuse you. And so you have to ask yourself, why am I allowing this person to abuse me? Well, I won't let anybody abuse my children. I couldn't fathom anybody abuse my children, but you let people abuse you. I just want I want you all to think about that for a moment. You know, why do you allow that to happen? Why do you allow yourself to lose yourself in somebody that's lost themselves or doesn't have a problem with losing you? They don't have a problem with losing you, but you will lose yourself in that person. And they're only giving you probably 30% of themselves. That's all they are capable of doing. But you're giving 100% every day, all day long, for days, weeks, months, and even years. You lost yourself totally. So micro manipulation is very covert. You don't see it, you don't understand it, and you fall for it every single time. Being emotionally detached, you see it, you feel it, you understand it, but you still want that person to be around. You crave them. So you start to take any little crumb that you can get, which leads to breadcrumbing, which leads you to be tagged along. And how can I leave something that was so great and so fun? Because it was great to you. It was good to me. I'll never tell myself it was great, because when I do detach, I want to believe and know that I detached from something good or decent, nothing great. All right, y'all have a great day.